Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video we're going to be talking about Warren Buffett, how Warren Buffett warns investor of a recession, that the stock market is going to crash. He's not going to like physically go on CNBC or in, I don't know, on the news somewhere, you know, Bloomberg or whatever, and say, oh, you guys should sell all your stock, we're going to have a market crash. He can't do that, because he would cause a panic, and you know, no media would ever allow him to do that. So he'll never actually physically go out and say that he is you know, expecting a stock market crash. I'm surprised he doesn't short the market too, but you know, that would be interesting if he actually did short the market. But anyways, you know, Warren Buffett is 88 years old right now. He was born on August 30, 1930. He was born on basically the Great Depression. You know, as a kid, when Warren Buffett was 10, 11, or 12, he told his parents that he was going to be the richest man on the planet. And no, he could have been the richest man on the planet if he didn't donate $30.8 billion to charity. So if he didn't donate so much money to charity, he'd probably be one of the richest men on the planet right now. He's 88, so he still has, I guess, a good another 10 years to become the richest person on the planet before maybe he kicks the bucket and passes away, because he's pretty damn old right now. He's 88 years old. And you know, his goal in life is to become the richest man on the planet. He hasn't achieved it yet, but if we have a stock market crash in 2019, because like the news has been saying a lot of things on the news, like my friends watch the news, and they said that, you know, the news has said that the market has crashed. Wikipedia says the market has crashed. You know, Warren Buffett warned investors that the market was gonna crash, and you know, the market is in bear market right now. It hasn't officially crashed yet, but a lot of people are saying it's in the process of a market crash. But some people don't believe it. Some people think this is bullshit and the market will recover and this is a buying opportunity. I don't. I honestly believe Warren Buffett knows what's best. He knows that the market crash is coming, and he has big cash pile saved up. So here's a video that how frugal Warren Buffett is from Investopedia for some people that have not seen this.
Warren Buffett is one of the world's richest individuals, and for good reason. Aside from his renowned investing prowess, Buffett is legendarily frugal. He often says the first rule of investing is don't lose money. The second rule is don't forget rule number 1. He applies the same strategy to his personal life. Buffett begins by living far below his means. He always seeks a bargain. He still lives in an Omaha, Nebraska house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. When Buffett got married in 2006, he could have chosen any venue in the world. Instead, he exchanged vows at a private ceremony at his daughter's Omaha home. It lasted 15 minutes. Buffett is worth billions, but he earns a base salary from Berkshire Hathaway of $100,000 a year, plenty to support his simple tastes, like watching sports and eating junk food. He does not accumulate toys like fancy cars or boats because he sees their maintenance and expenses as burdens. He disdains cell phones and computers, and he advises young people to stay away from credit cards. Since Buffett loves his job running Berkshire, he spends little on relaxation and vacation. He monitors his expenses for things he doesn't need. He doesn't crave a bigger home or car, and he doesn't worry about keeping up with the Joneses. Buffett teaches us that being savvy with finances means being frugal. If you aren't sitting on a fortune and you're letting your money slip away in discretionary spending and unnecessary expenses, you're about as far from future wealth as you can be.
All I have to say about that is, if I was Warren Buffett, I probably wouldn't be that frugal. I mean, right now I'm really frugal. I'm pretty much a cheap ass. A lot of people say, "Oh, why don't you go get a house? because I can spend that money on more stocks. Because I want to get richer. And I want to be frugal. So, that's how I live my life. I basically live my life frugal and basically live like Warren Buffett. But if I became a billionaire, I promise you this. I won't live like Warren Buffett. I won't be frugal. I think Warren Buffett's just stuck in his ways. He's been frugal for so long that it's so hard for him to change, and the fact that he's old now, it also makes it harder for him to change his ways of being frugal. But being frugal is good because it helps you in the short term. In the long term, there's no point of being frugal, at least in my opinion. If you have as much money as Warren Buffett, it's literally impossible to spend all that money. So he doesn't need to be frugal. He can, and he's old too. He's gonna die. He's gonna kick the bucket soon. He should be like spending his cash like no tomorrow. He won't be able to he wouldn't even know how to spend it because he's so frugal that he's like, oh, everything is expensive. I mean, everything is a waste of money. So some people are like that. Some people never change. That's life. Some people just don't, some people are stuck that way. So, Warren Buffett has $80.6 billion as of 2018. That's his own personal wealth from his Berkshire Hathaway and his money. The richest man on the planet right now is not Warren Buffett. It's actually Jeff Bezos that have $112 billion as of May 25th, 2017. So Warren Buffett is 88 years old. If the market crashed on him, and the fact that he's in a lot of cash, he could become the richest man on the planet if the market recovers and before he kicks the bucket. I believe that he's probably gonna run Berkshire Hathaway until he kicks the bucket. I don't think he'll ever retire as CEO. He's gonna probably just run it until he just, passes away. That's why I believe he'll never resign from Berkshire Hathaway. At least this is just my opinion. We'll see what happens though. But Warren Buffett's seen a lot of stock market crash and he knows what he's doing. Here's another video that Warren Buffett predicts a possible recession. This was posted on August 3rd, 2018. Let's go watch the video.
One of Warren Buffett's favorite valuation indicators to look at to see if a recession is coming is market cap to GDP ratio. Okay, right now it's at an all-time high at nearly 148%. Our next guest says there are still opportunities to buy in this market, though. Pence Wealth Management Chief Investment Officer Dryden Pence on why you're not taking that warning.
Hi, Liz. Thank you for having me on. With all due respect to Mr. Buffett and why they're looking at that ratio, the markets are at an all-time high because earnings are at an all-time high. You've got 40% of their earnings, the S&P, come from outside the U.S., so it's not really dependent on U.S. GDP. About 11% of our GDP is exports. So the market's where it is because earnings are at an all-time high. So I think that that's a little bit different than how people would normally look at that ratio, and that has to be taken into consideration. So we're still very bullish, and as long as earnings are continuing to grow, we think the market's got some room to run.
All right, let's put up your favorite stocks right now, and there are three of them. And as we do, important to give us the sense of the common thread in all of these.
Well, the common thread in all of the stocks we have is we believe in the thing called choke point investing, which is identifying the companies that are absolutely essential to the supply chain between human demand and satisfaction. So when you look at a company...
If you look at all these stocks, Amazon down like another $300, Visa down, I think, below 139, and also MasterCard is down quite a bit. All his picks been down, so this guy has been completely wrong. He went against Warren Buffett. He believes that he was better than Warren Buffett, and he believes that we're not heading for a recession and the stocks will continue to rally. And it failed on him. You guys can watch the rest of this video if you want. You can just type in Warren Buffett market indicator. So, and then here's another article that was released on August 7, 2018. Warren Buffett growing cash pile and the biggest reads in for investors. If you look at the chart, you notice that in 1998 and 1999 he had a big cash pile, and then when the market when the tech bubble happened, he was buying in, and then around 2005 to 2008 he built up his cash pile again, and then when the market crashed in 2008 2009 he started spending, and then just, you know, now in 2018 he has more cash than Berkshire Hathaway has more cash than they ever had in the history of, you know, Berkshire Hathaway, you know, him being alive. So he's been piling up his cash because he's expecting a stock market crash. He's waiting patiently for that market crash so then he can buy in cheap. Warren Buffett has probably been through a whole bunch of bear markets, a whole bunch of stock market crash. If anybody was to know if a market crash was to happen, it'd probably be Warren Buffett. And just looking at this chart, it shows that Warren Buffett is, you know, predicting a stock market crash, else he would not be piling up his cash as he has with like throughout history. And right now it just looks extremely scary of how much cash he has piled up. According to this article, he says, noted Berkshire have cash grew in 1998 to 1999, just ahead of the burst of the tech bubble, and then again in 2005 to 2007 as the market became fragile. But then Berkshire Hathaway Sage, the company, used period from 2000 to 2003, and then they spent a bunch of money on 2007 2009 to buy asset at lower valuation as the market melts down. So yeah, and then on top of it, it also indicates that he sees increase to suggest that master investor Warren Buffett is still having a difficult difficulty in finding value in U.S. and perhaps global stocks, Moat said in a note to clients on Monday. You know, it's Warren Buffett. Of course, Warren Buffett will never actually go on CNBC and, you know, Bloomberg or just the media and tell people to sell their stocks, and because we're going to have a market crash. Because that would be literally stock manipulation, number one. Number two, he would accelerate the market to crash even faster. So, of course, he's not going to say it. He's just going to quietly sell his stock, pile up his cash, and wait until that market crash happens, and then he's going to buy back in. Because, you know, throughout history repeats itself. Markets are going to crash. He's predicting a stock market crash. Of course, he's not going to tell people that the market's going to crash. All he's going to do is pile up the cash and just wait. Anyways, that's it for the video. I hope it's at least 10 minutes. Oh, yes. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Yeah, most of you probably don't. Well, I guess it depends. If you're a bag holder, you're probably not going to enjoy this content. If you are, if you're in cash right now, you're going to probably give me a thumbs up. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.